landscaping day, apparently. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Medley number 152. I guess it is Monday. I guess it is Monday. Yeah, I'm back. I'm gonna start with a Signals melody, since it has been a whole weekend. Some of those songs may or may not be rusty. Hello, Taylor Nicole. And tell her. Hi, Ava. Again, anybody who just joined the stream now, I apologize. It is landscaping day, so there's going to be some, well, landscaping noise. Taylor Nicole, it has been a long time since you've been in the stream. It has been a long time. Do you still work at a florist or a nursery or a flower shop? Are you still the same Taylor Nicole? Oh, good morning, Mom. Oh, my mom made it into the stream. Good morning, Kid James. Hello, Dar. Dar says, hey, you got a last name twin here. Dar, that's my mom. I haven't seen somebody else with the last name Rutledge, though, in a really long time. I think it was, like, high school the last time I saw somebody else with that last name. reflection pool. Thank you, Kid James. Good morning, Maddie. Good morning, Jordan. I'm glad you got to get away for a little while, Ava. What's the lake called? Oh, Valkyrie's back. Guys, Valkyrie jumped worlds. Valkyrie was on my like Twitter world for a second. Thanks, Valkyrie. Kid James re-taught themselves how to shoot a bow yesterday. Sounds like a productive Sunday. It was okay, Leon. If you don't mind me asking, kid, when shooting a bow, What part of you gets bruised? Is it your back? Is it a lot of back? Is that the majority of the part of your dog? Your dog? Wow. I sorry. I started mentally reading Liana's comment while I was asking you a question. What part of it's your inner arm? Like in here? My poor sausage dog has been in pain over the weekend. Made him a vet appointment for today, although he seems a bit better. Word. I hope everything's okay with your dog, Leona. Anyways, the piece of music that I just played. Oh my god. The piece of music that we have to have the technology for a quiet lawnmower. There's just no way we don't. There's no way that we don't have the technology for a silent lawnmower. What was I saying? Oh, the piece of music that I finished playing just now is tentatively titled "Liminality" by Lindsay. Um, I'm a fan of it. I think that it has legs, and it is honestly the first thing that I've been able to create since last month started. So I'm gonna keep. I might return to that piece maybe two more times throughout the forthcoming improv medley. There's non-electric push mowers, which is what my dad always used. Yeah, I know those, but I just feel like there's no way that we don't have. I mean, if we can make a Tesla, if we can make a whole automobile make zero sound when it's driving below, what is it, like 10 miles an hour, there's no way that lawnmowers have to be that loud still. I refuse to believe that. Get Elon on this. That's Maddie. Yeah. Good morning, Lindsay. You just missed the first run through of Liminality and how it's grown, but I'm going to return to it as I said throughout the coming medley. But now, since somebody's in the street, I'm going to play their song. The song's called Double Lutz. Um, Thank you, Rackwordy. That's what I want. That's what I want. My mom likes lawnmower noises, but won't tolerate loud dishwashers. I think I don't like lawnmower noises because I didn't like mowing the lawn as a kid. I can remember when it was like time to do yard work. Housework didn't bother me as much as mowing the lawn did. I just hated being out there. plenty of lizards in the desert, guys. Trying to figure out the Okay, the song's called Into Thin Air. Before that, I played a version of Vanilla, and before that, I played a version of Catching Up, and before that, I played a version of Key Lime. Now here is. Oh, and before that, I played Jumpin' Jaybird. Yeah, this is just the regular version of Over and Under. Symphonic being symphonic. Your comment got hidden because there was profanity in it. They said they thought my voice would be deeper. Yeah, so did I, honestly. Symphonic, so did I. This isn't Spring Street, though, or are you just saying you want to hear Spring Street? Now this is Over and Under, but I could see why you would think it is Spring Street. I'm going to go from Over and Under into Spring Street, and hopefully you'll hear why exactly you're making that connection. Um, oh, word up, Sim. Oh, Sim, give me $5. Hey, Sim, over the weekend, if you had the Little Caesars app, Hot and Ready was not even $5. It was $3.99. Isn't that insane? That's a steal. Anyways, I mean, it's already a steal, but I thought that information might be important to you. Has anybody actually said the word simp in the chat before Symphonic came in? I said symph. In my defense, by the way, I didn't say simp. I said symph, like a symphony, or as their username would imply, symphonic. But yeah, I regret now doing that. Thank you, Lindsay. I gave so much money over the weekend to charities and stuff. My weekend was jam packed with rhythm gaming for the Veil Project. A bunch of friends and I raised 12,000. Oh my goodness! Word up, Cyber Jesus. That's wild. I wish my rhythm game plan raised any money. I was playing the freaking Hatsune Miku game, and not a cent was made. Thank you again, Symphonic, by the way. I didn't mean to just jump over past that. $5 is no joke. $5 is a whole pizza. I did the landscapers around, by the way, guys. I just noticed. do it really quickly though, Dar. Really quickly. So this is the end of Over and Under. See, it's in the same key as Over and Under. So playing them right after each other, they sound almost like the same song. In fact, Over and Under could just be a section of Spring Street. I take that back. The landscapers have not left. They just went behind a building. Hi, Crow. The two songs are kind of like, they're kind of spliced together. They're made out of the same ingredients, if that makes sense. Symphonic says, wait, can we cuss in here? Or is YouTube gonna, oh yeah, you can't cuss in here. I mean, YouTube's gonna block the comment. I can still see it, but I don't know if anybody else in the stream can see it. Dar says they can't legally vote, so their opinions mean nothing. I wouldn't go that far. Say that. But I'm confusing Over and Under and Love Letters, says Dar. Over and Under. Oh, because they're both in the waltz time signature. They have the same time signature, not the same key though. Can you play the fast part slow of Over and Under, asked Crow? That's the fast part of Over and Under. Dar's getting Love Letters and Over and Under mixed up. I explained it's because of the same time signature. They're the same time signature. Over and Under being and Love Letters being. Can you hear it? I'm just gonna start fusing all the songs now that people are getting confused with each other. It's because they have the same time signature. Um, Waffle says Dealer. Dealer, I'm having waffles this morning. Strawberries were on sale at Ralph's yesterday for $1.99 for like a double crate. So I need to get through these strawberries before they go bad, and the easiest way for me to get through berries is to make waffles with them. The second half of Love Letters and the first half of Head of Over and Under. The second half of Love Letters and the first half of Over and Under. Yes, this is what I've just done. The melody is similar at the first part. Oh, you're talking about the melody and not the rhythm. The second half of Love Letters. I'm assuming that's the part you're talking about. And then the first half of. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. I hear it, Dar. Yeah, it's. That's what you're hearing. Ah, I see where you're going. Okay. Word up, Dar. It's the same phrase. Those two melodies have technically the same phrase in two different keys. You have a better ear than me. You know, as the person that's making all of it, a lot of those similarities aren't going to jump out to me because, you know, I'm too close to the painting, as it were. Pizza says, Leon in the Little Caesars man voice. You could just say in the Little Caesars voice. He's a Little Caesar. Flame Venturer says hi. What's up? Hi, Flame Venturer. Welcome to the stream. I am now going to go through for a moment. For a second time, I'm going to do it 3 times in this stream. Liminality. I already did it the first time. If you are just now joining the stream, or you have been in the stream and you enjoy it, but you haven't yet liked the video, please like the video. It does me some good. It helps me out over here. I'm gonna finish this smoothie. Just looked up your Gucci Gang remix and saw that you were live. This is great, says Flame. Thank you, Flame. Hey, want to know the Gucci Gang chords? There's only 3 of them. I mean, that sounds like it's a different chord, but it's just the same chord played up a higher octave. This song's called Liminality. Tentatively. I have expanded it a little bit. I couldn't go to sleep last night because there was a windstorm, and so I started working on music. And this is the way it sounds now. No, I guess that's it now. Wait. Yeah, I forgot it, sorry. end it there. I want to end it on a chord. I don't want to have any loops in the song. Ooh, sprinkling. There was no rain in my windstorm last night. Symphonic says I was playing piano music out loud with friends, and then your raindrop remix came. Raindrop remix, Jesus Christ. Your raindrop remix came up, and everyone started vibing. I don't know how I added it to the piano playlist, but I did. The remix you're referring to is a remix by a group, or it's a remix by me, of a song called Bad and Bougie by a group called Migos. It's interesting. You say raindrop remix, and that's funny, though. Because I know what you're talking about. Now I want to eat pizza and waffles. But I'm on a fast. Probably not going to have pizza today, me. I'm going to have waffle today. And then maybe some chicken later tonight. I don't know. Am I late, says Mance? Well, I start the stream at 9 a.m. every morning. And it is about 10 a.m. So you have joined now 1 hour after I've started the stream. I start the stream at the same time every morning, Mance. I don't know what time that is for you. Because I'm pretty sure you don't live in LA. I wish I had knowledge of time zones and where exactly you lie in them. But yep, same time every morning, Mance. LA does in fact get wind sometimes, says Cyber. Sometimes. I'm gonna do the same thing again really quickly with a different sound. It never ends, it never ends. Hopefully I can grow that song sometime in the next month's time and get it to a point of completion. But I like the progress. It's not even a week old yet. I don't remember exactly what stream I started Liminality in Wednesday, but I want to say 3 streams ago. So I'm happy with the progress, considering I didn't even really touch it much over the weekend. And I've kind of only been making it in the stream. Hello, Red. Welcome to Morning Medley number 152. Really quick, a reminder, if anybody's in the stream and they haven't liked the video yet, please do. Right now I'm going to be going back into another medley. This is going to be more so of releases, not signal songs, songs that actually exist. Mixed in with songs that don't exist at all, I guess, as all medleys. Thank you, amazing. I'm glad that you like it. Hey, Umbe. Thanks, Symphonic. Appreciate you. This song's called Close Down. Oh, Maddie says thank you for playing Close Down. I always love it. Oh, thanks, Maddie. Yeah, I guess I don't play it very often in the stream anymore. I was actually worried about having forgotten it. Welcome back, Neobo, from your exam phase. I hope it wasn't too bad. Welcome back, Zaina. Good morning to you. If it is indeed morning where you are. I have to go get ready to take my partner to work, says Kid. I'll see everyone tomorrow. I hope you have a really nice day on me. Thank you, Kid. I hope you also have a nice day. I'm glad that you were here for Reflection Pool, or that I got to play it for you. And enjoy the rest of your Monday. I do rarely play that song. I think what I want to do with that song, Lindsay, I think I want to officially make an acoustic version of it that strays a little bit from the recorded version. want to change the melody completely and lose it. I want to keep some of the melody in it. That Mia made. And then here go a little bit of. I just want to change the chords so bad. I want to change the chords. There you go. Okay, anywho, oh, wow, thanks, Lindsay, thanks, Cyber. Um, I wanted to dive, said Flame. Dive into what? Oh, oh, dive into water. Okay, this next song is unnamed, and I very rarely play it, but some of you guys will recognize it because it's been weaved in. I kind of use it as a transitionary piece. For example, if I'm playing a song and I don't know exactly how to get to another one, usually I'll go into a very, very wishy-washy song. And when I say wishy-washy, I would say... Oh, it's okay, Lindsay. It's okay. When I say wishy-washy, what I mean is I'll usually take a song that doesn't really have a lot of shape or form, so I can play it outside of recognition. So like if I'm playing doublets for Liana, if I'm playing vanilla for Lindsay also, I can do this. But I'm going to use doublets as a better example because I do this a lot with doublets. Mostly because I used to be pretty bad at playing it. So if I'm playing if I'm playing doublets for Liana and I go Liana will notice that that is not doublets, and that doublets has like strayed pretty far from its roots or its path, because that's not the way doublets goes. If I was playing, and this has also actually happened, if I'm playing vanilla for Lindsay, and I start... Lindsay will notice that I've strayed from the course when it comes to the arrangement of vanilla. So I have a lot of songs that don't really have much of a body or a shape to them, or so that when I stray from them, people don't really know that it's happening, and it allows me to very much easier get into other songs just by like playing a chord up, playing a chord down. When I say playing a chord up, I mean like going like this, like. the chord or the key that I want to be in, I'll do that. Just transposing things. Um, this song, and you remember the beginning of it. Remember that song? Some of you will recognize this song. Accidentals in the key? Sure, fine. Sure. It always starts this way. Now from that point, from that spot, I have, it's kind of like a modular song. When I say modular, I mean that there are a bunch of sections that are interchangeable. So once I've gotten to that part, I can either go here, I can go into that section of the song, or I can go from here into this. Go into that section, or I can go into this section. That is another section that I can go to. The unique thing about all three of these different sections is they all conveniently can be morphed into another song. This one. That song has the same, or it has not the same, but it has one of the chords from Vanilla in it. That one right there. And I can just kind of go into Vanilla. There's also other parts of the song, the other section that I was going to. Can go into Spring Street. Let's hear it again. So. Is that this song, the main reason that this song doesn't have a name is because the song doesn't have a shape. The song doesn't have a form. I kind of use it as like an improvisational tool when I am playing a song. When I'm playing a song that won't easily go into another one. Like this song is red and this song is yellow. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so the song number 1 is red. Song number 2 is yellow. Now I can get there so many different ways. I can use the transitional song to turn this red song purple, and then get into a blue song. And then I could use the transitional song again, another section of it, to turn that blue song into green, and then get to the yellow song. The transitional song can go between. I mean, I can give an example of it. Wait, maybe not in this stream since we've already been streaming for so long, but maybe in tomorrow's stream, I'll show you how that song can go in between every single one of my songs. I can start playing Close Down, and if I needed to get into key line. No, those two are too close together. If I was trying to get from that song into Beneath the City, which are pretty different rhythmically and harmonically, I can use different shades of my transitional song to like jump into another one. To jump from one into another one. They're still here. They're still doing landscaping. I don't even know what needs to be scaped anymore. It's just a leaf blower. There's no leaves. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, it's a transitional song. And so some of you guys who have been in the stream for a long time, like Maddie, like Lindsay, will know that a lot of times I will use a song to get into another song. Because if, I wanted to use a fighting game analogy just now, but I think it's going to land. It's going to land, trust me. My analogies will land, but not on enough people in the chat for me to use it. So I'm not going to use the fighting game analogy. But if for example, if I see Maddie in the stream, I want to play Jumpin' Jaybird. What I'll do mentally is I'll go, okay, Maddie's in the stream. Who else is in the stream? Cyber's in the stream. Dope. Lindsay's in the stream. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll go, well, Lindsay's song, Vanilla, starts with this chord. Or this chord or this chord, depending on how I want to play it. But I'm going to say it starts with that chord. And I'm like, okay, what else has that in it? I'm like, oh, I can play Over and Under, the song that starts like this. It just hits those two chords. This is just one step away from this. And I was like, okay, I'll play Over and Under. I'm ending the song. And then I can go back into that first chord. And then I can like alternate between those two chords for a second. Over and under, vanilla. Over and under chord, vanilla chord. And now that I'm in the vanilla chord, I can carry on with the vanilla song. See? Now, what chord does vanilla end on? Vanilla ends conveniently on the same chord that it begins on. I can use this chord to get to this chord. That makes sense? Now remember the chord from Over and Under? I can alternate, so again, vanilla, over and under. But this song, the second song, is not over and under. This is doublets. So, over and under, vanilla, ending, doublets beginning. Those three notes. Let's get to the end of it really quick. The way doublets ends is... Now what is this note? I don't know what it's called, but that's that note. What song begins with that note? Well, a few of my songs begin with that note, actually. There's a section of Suspended in Love that begins with that note. So I can go... Which is just a section, by the way, a section of Suspended in Love. So now that I'm here, I can play Spring Street if I wanted to. Or I'm ending on this note again. Remember, that's the end of Double Let's. Sorry. This is also Jumpin' Jaybird. Hang on. So there's like a lot of, it's just modules. It's like putting together modules. Improvisation is not necessarily being able to just play random stuff all of the time and have it sound good. It's more so having a list of moves. And I'm not going to use the fighting game analogy because I said I wouldn't, but I will use a salsa dancing analogy because I can't salsa dance. And in salsa dancing, at least when I was taught, what they usually do is they just teach you a few fundamental. I mean, I think this is all dancing, even swing dancing. When I took swing dancing classes, which by the way I don't enjoy, they teach you fundamentals like what a rock step is. They teach you that when you're gonna spin somebody, this is what foot you should lead with. These are your bare essentials, and then it's kind of up to you when you go out to a salsa club or you go out to a swing club. It's up to you to go. I'm gonna do this, 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 this. This is my style. I'm gonna add this to it, and that's why everybody's salsa dancing, while fundamentally follows the same set of rules, can become personalized to their own set of tastes and whatever. So, that is the same as improv. Or at least the way I improv. I'm not teaching a course of improv, I'm just saying if you're in the stream and what I play on piano looks just like random stuff, it isn't. And the longer you spend time, or the more time you spend in the streams, like Lindsay, Cyber, Liana, Maddie, and so on, you'll see that there are a few transitions that are just really easy for me, and so I'll usually go for them. They're like tempting. Or playing a grouping of songs like A, B, C, D, in that order. I mean, A, B, C, D songs is like pretty easy for me, so every now and then in a stream I'll try to do like A, D, E, C, B, and then like add an F in there, try to mix it up. And so whenever I make a new song, i.e., for example, Liminality. One of the cool things about Liminality is it starts in a waltzy time signature, and it starts way up high up here on this chord, which is nice, right? Because it not unlike vanilla, it starts on the same chord that it ends on. Sorry, it starts here and it ends here, which is the same chord, just a little bit lower. So, but the one thing that's cool about Liminality is it starts in this rhythm and it ends in this rhythm. It loses the waltz rhythm. So if I have a song that ends in a waltz rhythm, like Over and Under, it can maybe be easy to transition into. And if I'm trying to get from a song that has a really waltzy rhythm, like Over and Under, to a song that has a more consistent, elongated, like sustained form, like into Thin Air, Liminality could actually end up being a really good transitionary piece to get from one time signature to another. Yeah, you're right, Flame. Yes, absolutely. So, yes, very liminal. Yes, it's doing its name some justice, I suppose, Lindsay. So I hope that makes sense. No one was asking. I think I was I actually don't know why I talked about all that. No one asked. But when navigating piano and you play piano every day, what I used to do is I would just play songs back to back. I would play a song, then I would stop. That was Love Letters, and I would play another one. Oh, that one was Union Station. This is Winter Heart. And then actually, what happened is other people started talking to me about my own music. For example, earlier in the stream, Dar, I don't know if they're still here. Dar said earlier in the stream, "Hey, Love Letters makes me think of Over and Under." And I thought it was because of the rhythm, which is what my brain hears. When I think of Over and Under and Love Letters, I have them under the same category as waltzy tunes. You know, I have my waltzy songs. I have songs like Over and Under. I have songs like Love Letters. I have Liminality. And so I have them boxed into the same category because when I'm going to pick songs for improv, I'll go, oh, I need another waltz song, and I'll look through the waltzy songs that I have and I'll just throw one in. However, Dar, without that context, was hearing melodic similarity, which is just in this phrase, which is a phrase from Love Letters. And in Over and Under, there's a phrase that goes. Well, is it? Actually, it isn't. It isn't the same phrase. My apologies to Dar, but it is similar, so I can see why Dar would think that. Love Letters phrase is, and Over and Under's phrase is similar. Similar. And so hearing other people talk about what is similar in my songs um, makes me realize that there are other ways that they can be contextualized to each other or juxtaposed to each other, right? The song. Sorry, I forgot my songs, guys. There we go. So that song, somebody pointed out to me that it was the same as a different song that I had. I used to have a song that went like this. Which is almost the exact same phrase in a different key than this. So instead of getting rid of one song, I turned one song, I transitioned from one song into the other. And I'll show you the transition point. It's. Now I'm in the other song. And there's a few songs that I'll try to add a key change to. Right now, it's still very difficult for me. So even going from to is like a push at my limits. Even in double Lutz, going from here to here was very difficult for me. And that's why I used to mess up so much when playing double Lutz. But I want to try to do that more often in my songs, playing the same phrase but taking it a key separately. And I think I might end up doing that in Liminality, just because this bit. Sorry, hold on. No. take. And then instead of playing this chord, go up to. Hold on. I want to go up to this way. Yeah, so I wanted to do one of those, but I didn't want to lose the thread. It was a little sloppy because ultimately I want to end up here. I want to end up there. And if I change key before I get there, changing back would be difficult. Like if you take a song, if you take and then you bring it up, it's hard to then go back down because it sounds like you're regressing. You've progressed, you're like taking flight. It sucks to lose altitude, for me personally, tonally. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that for liminality. Sorry for the info dump that no one particularly asked for. If anybody has any questions or comments or talking points in the stream, now would be the time to do it because I'm probably going to start winding down. Today should be a productive day, or at least that's what I'm saying. Hopefully I can speak that into reality. I really like the first higher chord you play in liminality. This one? Is that the one you're talking about, Lindsay? If that is indeed the chord you're talking about, Lindsay, that is the same chord from Embrace. That's where that chord comes from. It comes from Embrace / Button Willow, depending on which one you like or are more familiar with. That's where that comes from. Just to the same chord and play it in waltz form. The one that comes later. How to describe that part of the song? I don't know how to describe that part of the song. The one that comes later. Let me know when I've hit it. I mean, I know there's a little bit of lag, so I'm gonna have to play a little bit of a guessing game. Oh, is it this bit? Is it that part? Want to know where that came from? Where that chord came from? That chord was actually written down here. It was... No, sorry, I've jumped ahead now. But it was supposed to be here. Which I love the way this sounds, but I hate how muddy that chord sounds down there, so I moved it up higher. It was initially just the melody. It was... It was just that note. The reason that I ended up adding the extra notes to it is because in the song... What's the name of the song? In the song called I think it's around the pond. Hold on, I'm gonna speed through this really quick. Was it this song? No, it wasn't this song. I think it was Into Thin Air. Wow, where did I get that from? It's a very specific thing that I'm doing in this song that, oh! It's technically from Flight Plan. Um, yeah. It's technically from Flight Plan because when you have a melody, when I have a melody, I'm not gonna project here. When I have a melody, for example, for Spring Street. What I started adding is like small harmonies to accent certain notes because I noticed that people would do this vocally. Like if you're listening to a Ariana Grande song or a Rihanna song or a Beyonce song, somebody in the R&B world that's going to be doing a lot of singing and vocalization, usually the harmony isn't throughout the entirety of their singing. Yeah, they'll have like doubled vocals, but usually the harmonies come to punctuate specific notes or words or phrases that they want to emphasize, right? And so if I'm playing Spring Street, I want to accent that note. So what I'll do is I'll go. See how there's two notes playing? So these playing. So I'll add a note for a harmony, and then on top of the note for harmony, I'll also add a octave. So an octave, for people that don't know, is the same note just played higher on the piano. You can hear how these notes are the same, these notes are the same. If I hit them all together, there is no harmony happening. It just sounds like the same note, just really loud. And so adding the harmony and adding the octave, and in this case, that's by itself. Here's it with the harmony. And here's it with the octave. And so see how you don't lose anything? It still has the melody, and it still has the harmony, and it still has the octave, just played all together. And it doesn't really, like, the person that's listening to the song usually isn't going to hear this or be able to differentiate between the different notes. It's just going to sound slightly richer. Just going to sound a little bit richer. That's all it's doing. And so, when I got to this point of the song, and I go, all I'm doing here is I'm adding a harmony to it. So it's going. I hope you can hear it. So I'll play it without the chords. Now here's it with the harmony. the same note. It's just this note, just being played every time I hit a note from the melody. I'll do it lower, so it's a little bit more audible. The other note is just going. And remember the three parts to it. The three parts to it was the melody, the harmony, and the octave. So here's the melody. Here's the melody. I mean the harmony. And here's the octave. Or it's just the same note. And with the harmony. So that's what it is, Lindsay. What a long story to tell you how that happened. I don't even know if I would call it a chord, because it's technically only 2 bits of harmonic information. Or tonal information, I don't know. Whatever. Makes me think of a spider saying, "Oh, whoa," says Maddie. I'm talking about Liana. Wait, Liana, what are you doing? Oh, is Liana just making, like, palindromes? Okay, guys, I didn't really get much done this weekend, as some of you knew I wouldn't. Oh, what the heck did I just play? Before. I have to have played that before. I have to have played that. That's insane. Isn't that the first chord to Chaser? It is the first chord to Chaser. Ah, you have been listening a bit, yeah. Wow, good ear. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I didn't get much done this weekend. I'm hoping today's a pretty productive day. I've cleaned my room, I've done my laundry. I feel like I'm in a clear space to create, so hopefully I can get some stuff done today. I'm gonna eat a lot of strawberries. So hopefully today's good. We will hope for a good one. Also, I do have that song out. It's called The View. Go check it out if you haven't had a chance to hear it. I worked really hard on it. Also, I have an EP called Ego Death and one called Quick Breath. You know, a person, I almost said a friend, but I've only talked to this person once, so I don't know that I can call them that. Somebody reached out to me over the weekend because of a tweet that I made about the music industry. And they said, hey, if somebody were going to get into your music right now, what would you recommend that they listen to? And I was like, oh, listen to Quick Breath. Because Quick Breath is probably... It's just the latest thing, you know. I mean, I know Ego Death technically came out afterwards, but Ego Death to me feels very singular because it is ambient. It's ambient. It's not necessarily a showing off of what it is I typically would make or typically would perform if I went out to a show. I think that Breath is a good example of that. So I was like, yo, listen to Quick Breath Ego Death, but if you only have time to listen to one half of it, probably Quick Breath is the one I'm going to recommend to you. Because I feel like if you've never heard my music and Ego Death is the first thing you hear, you might get a somewhat inaccurate opinion about what it is I do and how I sound. So, I said, yeah, go listen to that. And they listened to it and they were like, oh, that was really dope. I'll go listen to Ego Death later because I'm all sensory overloaded out or something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, bye. And I think the reason that they said that is because I was talking about getting mentioned. Getting mentioned. I'm in your mentions a lot lately. I was in people's mentions because like a lot of labels and stuff like that were a lot of like labels and blogs and music outlets were mentioning me because everybody was trying to make some last minute lists of black artists that they wanted people to listen to. And people were like, "Hey, what's up, Sam? Dang, Sam just woke up. Good morning, Sam. I'm glad you were able to catch the ending of the stream. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. I could just be having a weird time dilation problem. But people were just like, oh, you guys should listen. Have you guys heard of this one, or this one, or this one, or that one, or this one? This one's also black. Should check this one out. And it was kind of like it was a regular who's who of black indie musicians. And on one hand, it was like kind of cool, I guess. But then on another, much bigger, stronger hand. A huge hand. It was like, oh, this like kind of sucks actually. Yeah, it's very muscular hand. I was like, oh, this is actually kind of trash. I love seeing the brand corporations reply to Black Lives Matter. Yeah, it was just like kind of upsetting because I was like, I think the main reason it was upsetting, and I touched on this on my Instagram, and I touched on this obviously on my Twitter, but if you're somebody that only exists here on the YouTube streams, I was like, oh, I didn't know these people knew I existed. For somebody that know, I've lived out here for 5 years, and when I say out here, I mean Los Angeles. I didn't always live here. I was born in Arizona. I moved here primarily for my career, but also just because I kind of hate Arizona. It's just not a good place to be for me, is what I'll say. So I left and I came here. I've been here for about 5 years, and when you move to a new place and you don't know anybody, it's kind of like an uphill climb to get your career started. You have to go and meet a bunch of people, you have to send a lot of emails, you have to do a lot of like pseudo confidence, you have to like pretend you think you're good, because I mean, I don't think I'm very good, but if you go in with that level of confidence, nobody's going to give you a chance at anything. So you have to have this very exhausting level of like confidence and what's that word? What's the word I'm charisma. There it is. You have to like make up charisma, like full cloth, and it's annoying and it's very tiring. And so you have to do all that, and you also have to take into consideration that a lot of people move to Los Angeles for music, so you're probably not going to be recognized and for a while, right? It's you're probably not gonna be recognized for a while. You know, you're gonna go out to every show, and then maybe in a year, maybe in 2 years, somebody might look at you and go, "Oh, Omni, right? Yeah, I remember you. I finally listened to your music. It was okay. Bye." Like you kind of are working towards one of those interactions. Yeah. You can't. Yeah, you can't. Like I read and I see it, Ava. You can't behave like that. Um, Now I don't think that my voice sounds very good, and I also don't think that I'm an amazing piano player. But I know that my music is quality. I know that my music is quality. I don't have to like it, but I believe in its quality, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. I'm moving on anyway. But I will go to a lot of like shows and weird mixers and stuff like that. Like, hi, I'm Omni. I make this type of music. I do this. I would like to do this, and whatever, you know, self promotion. You guys have networked before, and if you haven't, well, good on you because it's a horrible feeling. So I go out and network for a lot of things, and then when I wouldn't get any love or recognition or mention or notoriety or whatever, my assumption was always these people don't know I'm here. Which is fine. Which is fine. I don't know how your guys' high school experience was, but for my high school experience, I just kind of assumed that people didn't know I was there. And not in a bad way either. I kind of minded my own business. I was pretty quiet. Wasn't really a loud person. I wasn't doing stuff. I didn't join any sports teams. I didn't really go to a lot of the dances. I kind of just got my grades and went home, or went to work more accurately. But I assumed that when it came time for things to happen, people just didn't know I was around. You know, when people were like, "Oh, I don't know anybody that plays bass." I played bass, by the way, when I was in high school. I played bass guitar, and that would happen a lot. Bands would be like, "We need a bass player. We need a bass player," because nobody ever wanted to play bass. I wanna really drive that. I really wanted to drive that home. For whatever reason, nobody in my area, or maybe even in the country, wanted to play bass. Everybody wanted to be a singer or a guitar player, and a few people wanted to be a drummer. But bass guitar, where nobody wanted to touch it. They were like, playing bass guitar isn't going to get me women. It's not going to get me money. It's not going to get me popularity. It's just a whack, deep guitar. So nobody wanted to play it. I played it. But people would always say, "Oh, I wish somebody played bass," and I wasn't offended by that because I felt like they just didn't know I played it. I wasn't very loud about being able to play bass. I wasn't posting pictures online of myself playing bass. So when somebody said nobody plays bass, I wouldn't take any offense to it. Now, I'm taking that analogy and I'm applying it to my existence in Los Angeles. Or no, not just in Los Angeles, but in the music scene. And whenever it came time for a new album, you know, I'm releasing Quick Breath Ego Death. I send it to all the blogs and everything and all the like labels, not necessarily to get it signed, but just for any type of promotional thing. I'm like, "Hey, I made a 2-part album. It's coming out. I'm going on a tour. This is what's happening." You know, I send all that stuff out just because it's kind of like a common courtesy. You just send it. "Hey, you want to post about this? You want to help me promote this? Hey, I'm doing this. Thought it would be cool to be included in this thing." You just send stuff out. At this point, I send stuff out without any hope or expectation of getting anybody reaching back out to me or anything like that. I just kind of do it now out of habit. In the same way that there's a thing called NPR Tiny Desks, and every year I used to send in a video of me playing a completely original song for NPR Tiny Desk, and every year I would lose the contest. It's a contest, by the way. The winner gets flown out to their studio and they record you playing at the Tiny Desk thing. Now, they already will have people like Anderson .Paak or Chance the Rapper or whatever come in and do the performances, but they would have a contest for indie artists to come in and do the performance. And I entered 7 years in a row and I lost every single year. And the final year that I did an entry, I lost to Hobo Johnson. If anybody knows who Hobo Johnson is, it was like there was only like a few finalists, and I lost to Hobo Johnson. And they don't tell you really where you are on the. They don't tell you, like if you're second or third or fourth. They just say, "Oh, we've narrowed it down to this many, and the winner is Hobo Johnson." And then Hobo Johnson got flown out to DC and did the thing. And I was like, it can be discouraging, right? Losing like 7 times in a row is kind of like whatever. So I didn't enter this last year. Point is, any art career can be very, very soul crushing because you have to normalize yourself to rejection or just outright dismissal and negligence. Like some people won't even reject you; they'll just not reply or not respond or not look at you, which it tends to happen in my case for a lot of my releases and stuff like that. For example, none of my releases in the past 5 years. No, that's a lie. 4 years. None of my releases since 2016 have been covered by any music outlet or anything. Nobody's been like, oh, check out the new. This is the new Omni thing. It's never happened, and not because I haven't sent it. It's just because they don't reply when I do send it. And so a lot of those outlets who don't reply to my submissions were the same outlets who were like putting me in lists over the weekend. They're like, yo, you should follow Omniboy. Or at Omniboy, here's a list of our favorite black artists. And it was like Omniboy listed with like a lot of other people. And I was like, that's weird. So they do know I exist. And I think that's why it was upsetting. Because I just assumed that I was sending in emails with like a flood of like thousands of other artists, and they just weren't seeing me. So if somebody came up to them and they were like, hey, have you heard of Omniboy? They'd be like, no, what's that? And then somebody'd be like, oh, he's this artist, he's been sending you stuff for like years. And they'd be like, oh, no way. You gotta go and check that out. Maybe it's in my spam folder. But I think I learned this weekend that they do know who I am. They would recognize me if I was out on the street. And they know I'm a musician. They apparently know enough about me to know that I'm black. And I was worth putting in like a like performative tweet, but not Anyways, the point is, I'm not saying anything about it now, like or being so bitter about it. I just want to have kind of like a thought experiment where eventually I am going to make a new album, and eventually I am going to go on another tour once this is all figured out, right? And eventually I am going to release merch and have physicals and all that stuff. And when I do, I think it'll be very interesting to see how little coverage I get from the same people that were, sharing my name over the past 3-4 days. Anyways, yeah, I think that's why I was upsetting. So a lot of people were like, oh my god, Omni, like, look who mentioned you, like, your EDM, they posted about you, or they're like, yo, Caro Bonito just tweeted about you, Omni, isn't that wild? And I'm like, oh, For those of you guys that don't know who Caro Bonito is, Caro Bonito is a group band that I actually used to be pretty cool with. I used to play shows with them. But, so they do know me. Like, we've exchanged words personally. But then, what year was this? I want to say 2018. They got really big really fast. Like, they had like a huge surge in their popularity. I wasn't aware enough to know exactly what sparked this, but I just remember like looking back at them, and all of a sudden they were playing like a bigger size venue, and it was like the shows were selling out, and I was like, oh crap, good for a KKB. And like reached out to them like, yo, like congratulations, this is wild, and like kept trying to say anything to them, nothing, like radio silence, wouldn't say anything to me, and I was like, oh, okay, word up. And so when they put me in that tweet, the funny thing was when they named all those black artists in the tweet, it was like an Excel spreadsheet, and after they list the name of the artist, they would also say what type of music they made. And I don't remember the exact words they used, like the exact verbiage, but the words that they used to describe what my sound was made it very clear that they had not listened to or even noticed my music or what I was doing with it in the past 4 or so years, because they were very clearly describing like Bon level stuff. They were like super cute, bouncy, poppy, and I was like, oh yeah, they don't. Like this is super performative. They don't care about my music or like me as an artist right now. No hate to Caro Bonito. Like, I'm sure they're still good people, but it was very like not what a lot of people took it as. For example, like the tweet of Caro Bonito sharing my music did much better than like my actual music does, which is pretty funny. But anyway, it was a weird weekend. It was a very weird weekend because of stuff like that. But when I put out new music, just watch and see if Caro Bonito does anything. Flamingo's a good song though, yeah. Just Trampoline. They have some bops. They have some bops. What's really funny is I did an interview with I did an interview with Stevie Weeby, the second one, and Stevie Weeby keeps bringing up Kyoko Bonita, and he's like, "Yo, we're going to see them. You should hit them up. Why are you not opening for them? Like, you're just as like you make just as much music as they do, and like you guys are friends. How come they don't have you on the tour opening?" And I was like, you're asking a lot of very like pointed and smart questions that I can't answer on this platform, or else people will think that I hate Kyoko Bonito. But he was like, in all honesty, just like curious. He was like, "That's so weird. What, you guys were like, you guys went on tour together. How come like you guys are both touring now, but they don't respond to any of your messages? You don't even have tickets for their show. That's weird." Joyful, skillful neon dance pop. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Sounds like 2016 to me. Because yeah, they haven't listened to me since 2016. So shouts out to Sarah Bonito and the guys. But that made me so uncomfortable when Stevie Wee was asking me those questions. I was like, oh my god, how do I? Because if it was like not being filmed and he was just asking me off air or whatever, which is funny because this is being filmed, but like if he was just asking me off air like we were like getting a burger and he was just like, yo, how come like Kara Bonito doesn't ask you to be on tour, like hit you up ever? I would have gave him a very honest answer to that question, but I couldn't do that in the thing, so I just like danced around it. And I was just like, I don't know, maybe I should hit him up. Yeah, I don't. Whoa. Let me pull up this chat log, and it's just like nothing but messages for me. It's like a whole wall of like blue text for me for the past 3 years. Steve wasn't picking up the cues to the questions. He wasn't. I remember. Yo, I love Stevie Weeby. Oh, I miss him. I miss that dude. He didn't go anywhere. He lives like 15 minutes away, but it's just, you know, it's been hard to hang out with people now. Where can I find that interview? Probably on Stevie Weeby's YouTube. I don't know. I guess Stevie Weeby, it's spelled kind of how you think it is. It's like SteeBieWeebie. Anyways, the Stevie Weeby show, he's interviewed me twice. The first interview was cool because we were strangers. I'd never met him before. But the second interview was hilarious to me because it wasn't an interview. It was just like, I feel like maybe he had like a cool guest that canceled on him or something like that, and he was like, "Yo, let's just like have Omni come back over. He's just down the street, probably eating." And so it was more like just like a conversation with two friends. Oh, it's EE. My bad. Thanks, Cyber. I'm sorry people are being so like that right now. It's okay, Lindsay. It's super okay. It's not taking away from my music at all. It's just interesting because it's kind of like, you know what it's like? I don't know your guys' relationships with your parents. So maybe I shouldn't use the parent. Oh my god. There's no way that I can make this analogy not dark and upsetting. Because I was about to use the analogy of partners. I'll just tell you my own experience, and then you guys can contextualize it any way you want. That's how an analogy works anyway. I once had a girlfriend who was very mean. And I mean mean in the most like, not even personally mean. She was just really like, just mean, you know, kind of bossy, usually insulted me a lot. She liked screaming. I don't remember why we were dating. But we were, and it was fine for the most part. But whenever we went out somewhere, like we hung out with other friends or other couples, she was so sweet and so cool, and she would like laugh at the stuff that I said that she knew wasn't funny and I knew wasn't funny. It was weird. She would like bring up my music, and I was like, "You don't even like my music. What the heck is this?" So it was like that, and I couldn't be mean or upset in front of these guests because it would be weird. It would make me look like a jerk. They would be like, "Wow, Omni has such a dope girlfriend. He's just such an idiot. He's so angry and pissed off all the time." So I kind of had to go like, "Ha ha 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 ha, oh ho ho ho, yes, happy. And then, you know, and then after the movie's over and we get back in the car, now I'm getting yelled at for something. And so that's what the this weekend on Twitter felt like. It was like Carol Bonita going like, "Yo, y'all should check out Omni Boy," and like all these like music blogs being like, "Yo, support black artists," and me just going, "Yes, yes, 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 black artists here." The support, I love it, yum. Like I just had to play that card because otherwise I would have looked like really ungrateful, and I don't know. So it was a weird weekend, but hopefully I can get back to writing new music soon. That's kind of awkward. Symphonic. Aw, thanks, Symphonic. It is, it is, it is. Well, I wonder where that girl is actually. Hmm. I have no idea where she is. I assume still in Arizona somewhere, yelling at somebody. Nobody says I saw people asking for black artists to rep their stuff, and I didn't respond to it. It just feels weird, right? Something. It's weird because it's like it's one of those. It's one of those. It's an L both ways, right? Both paths lead to an L because if. Oh man, yeah. I don't want to make this a spicy stream because we're already in the second hour of it, but there's just that happened to me too. Like people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna share your music. Do you have any like black artists that you know that I can like post about?" And I was like, "Wow, this feels so weird. What does that mean? That you need to ask me if you like for black artists, you just don't know any." They're like, I mean, I know black artists, but like I don't think Drake needs any more love. Oh, curry sounds so good. Oh my god. Oh, Cyber, I haven't had curry in months. Oh no. Oh, I need curry. That's what I need. Thank you, Cyber. That's what I need. Side note, if someone cataloged all of the analogies you presented in these streams, there would be an interesting storyline. I don't know that I'd want to see that. It might be one of those things where it might be too telling of my character and make me upset. Arizona sounds like dirt and dirt to me. To me for like miles. Arizona. Now, okay, where the central part of Arizona is a lot of dirt. Symphonic. You're not wrong. But I think what a lot of people don't realize is Arizona, especially up north, the further north you go, i.e., the closer you get to Colorado, Utah territory, it gets beautiful. I mean, the desert is also beautiful. It's just I grew up seeing it, so it isn't that pretty to me. But you get a lot of like rich, lush forests and like snowy mountains. Arizona can be really cool. Alex says, feels weird, man. Back to lurking. I've said too much. Oh, Alex was in here the whole time. Hi, Alex. I appreciate you. Anyways, point I was making is the weekend was weird. The weekend was weird. And for everybody that was asking for black artists, I just feel like if this is a step, if this is a step in the right direction, cool. I'll whine as little as I possibly can. But it doesn't feel like it. It feels like a pivot. It feels like a juke, is what it feels like. You guys ever juked someone? Yeah, northern Arizona. Places like Flagstaff or Cherry, Arizona have a lot of forests and snow. Have you ever juked someone? It feels like cloud chasing, bro. Ooh, nail on the head, Cyber. Juking people is fun because there's so many great ways to juke people. To break someone's ankles, so to speak. uh, Juking someone in its simplest form is just making somebody believe that you're going one direction when in actuality you never intended to go that direction. You just want to trick them so that you can, you can make it to the hoop. It's very popular in basketball or football or soccer. I mean, basically any sport where people are going to be trying to get a ball from you. Um, and I think that those tweets were like, "Oh, we're gonna start supporting black artists," and then all like the masses are like, ah, "Yeah!" and they like went the way of the juke, while they're sinking shots. Because I think that when I don't know, Bubble Dream or Neon Pop, Dancy, whatever, whenever that comes out, I think all of this support and coverage will be nowhere to be seen. It'll disappear. Hello, Sever. It has been a while. Welcome back to the stream. But yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. And I'm just saying, no one broke my ankles. I'm saying I saw them do their juke, and I'm still on them, baby. They ain't lose me. I still see them. I see what they're doing. I see what they're doing, and so I'm gonna be watching really closely for the next I don't know 40 years of my life. I don't know how much I got left, but I'll be watching all the people that are like, yo, check out Omnipoint. This guy, this guy's dope. This guy's dope. Just put out this track, Bon Bon. Oh my god, you gotta hear it. Guys, you gotta hear it. This stuff is fresh as heck. He samples a lot of like anime music. He really wants to play in Japan one day, so maybe you guys can book him in Japan one day. He also has been talking a lot about growing his hair out, so we'll see where that goes. Have you been noticing higher traffic on your platform, says Liana? Nope. Oh, Liana. Oh, no. Oh, I want that. I just want that as like as a 10-second video. Oh man, more traffic. I've noticed more traffic. Oh no, no, that's a little spicy to say. There has been traffic. There has been traffic, but it hasn't been to me. It has been to a lot of the people that have mentioned me though. That's pretty cool, huh? Maddie says, we got that Animal Crossing sound. I heard he's a big fan. Yes, Maddie. Maddie gets my sense of humor. Pile it on, baby. Alright, not a single surface remains dry. I love Animal Crossing, says Symphonic, who is new, so we love Symphonic. Yes. We love Symphonic here. We support Symphonic. Maddie was making a joke, Symphonic, because I don't play Animal Crossing. But a lot of people that don't know me very well think I do. Because I play Rose piano, I suppose. Because I do stuff like. That's so. Tokenism is so weird. You should play Animal Crossing, said Symphonic. Aw, I like you more and more with every comment. You should play Animal Crossing, said Symphonic. Symphonic, I don't have a Switch. And even if I did, I'm gonna be honest with you, probably wouldn't play Animal Crossing. I respect Animal Crossing. I respect it so much. I respect Animal Crossing the same way I respect Gundam, or One Piece, or sushi. It's just a thing that I think is amazing, that I think is particularly not for me. Okay. Oof. That's what it would look like, Lindsay. That's what it looked like to me. That's what was so. It was so weird. It was so weird. Only played Dearly Beloved from Kingdom Hearts. I feel like everybody was just so happy for me. It was so hard to not. It was so hard to, Everybody was just so happy for me. People were like, yo, Carol Bonito, they mentioned you, dog. Do you know who Carol Bonito is? I'm like, yeah, I know who they are. If you, look back far enough, there's, a bunch of, videos of us playing shows together. Me and Carol Bonito were opening for other acts. And they're like, oh, that's so cool. They're, reaching out to the old homies. And I was like, no, that's not what's happening. Oh, you want to know something? Yo, here's something. Here's a thing. Some of you guys are familiar with Maxo. Some of you are not. Maxo is a musician, very good one by the way. He his nickname was Chord Slayer because his music is very chord dense. I would say listen to Maxo's song "Reach You" if you were somebody that's like, yeah, I kind of want to listen to Maxo, but I don't know where to start. Listen to the song "Reach You" by Maxo. That song is my Cyber. Ooh, thanks, Cyber. Cyber, that's plenty. That's so much. Thank you. That's better than some tweet, huh? I'm being divisive. I apologize. This is not a divisive place, or at least it shouldn't be. I guess an influx of listeners would have been felt in stream presence to some degree, but I do not see them. It's symphonic. How dare you, Umbe Symphonic? Kara Benito Symphonic here, right? Symphonic? Just say yes, Symphonic. Just say yes. We all know it's not true, but if you could just say yes as a service to all of us here, I would appreciate that. I'm sure Kara Benito would as well. Neobo says, to be honest, I feel like people use the internet just to boost their ego. I mean, well, yeah, for sure, Neobo. This is a very apt analysis of the internet and what it is. Yes. Who's yelling? Says Maddie. It's my neighbor downstairs. He's washing his car. It's Dave. I love Dave. But that's beside the point. I think it was hard for me to be not happy with them when they were happy for me. I just couldn't be a bummer, you know? Couldn't be a bummer on the internet. And so when I was getting mentioned, I was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, the numbers are the same, guys. The traffic is the same. What am I going to say yes to? Kara Benito sent you here, Symphonic. Kara Benito sent you here. Maybe you guys just said it so often that it broke down the wall. Or maybe we need Maddie. Maybe Maddie has to be the first to say a swear word. Maybe Maddie has some kind of weird, like, admin profanity rights where once Maddie says it, everybody can say it. Alex says, but I like mainly play Omni as my morning background noise. Aw, that's actually really sweet, Alex. I'm really glad that I'm your morning background noise. You know what my morning background noise is? Freaking landscaping. So, I mean, yours is better than mine, I suppose. Christ. I hope you're having a good morning, by the way, Alex. I never know you're in here, so I want to also hope that you had good mornings for the past 40 that you weren't talking. Being the latest things I've put out, Quick Breath and Ego Death, and also The View can be found on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon MP3, Tidal, Groove, Deezer, Pandora, Napster, and YouTube. We're all on YouTube right now, so while you're here, you can see some of my videos that I've shot for songs that I've made. Like the song Into Thin Air has a video for it. Also, I've shot a video for the song French Lavender. This one, which is part of a series of songs called Quarantunes, of which there are 8, and they all exist here with specific videos I recorded and edited for YouTube. The 8 are as follows. There's one called Honeydew. There's one called French Lavender, which I just played a little excerpt from. There's another one called Dreams Come True. There's another one called Home Is You. There's one called I'm Not Dead. There's one called Old Enough. There's one called Money Talks, and there is another one called Easy Go. Easy Go would be the most recent one that I've put out. Um, so check that out when you would like to dig a little bit further into not only like my songs that I've made, but also just the way that I make videos. I think that I've finally buttoned down a specific type of video editing that I feel has become me, if that makes sense. There's a way that I edit videos for my songs that I'm particularly fond of. Um, Somebody said, "Where did Izzy go?" Was Izzy ever in here? Oh, Easy Go. Wow, that went over my head. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, Maddie. I wish that Easy was in this stream, but she's not. Hopefully in a stream to go. So check out those quarantine songs and also the ones that I listed on the platforms. Today, hopefully, will be productive, guys. I don't know if you realize how long it's been since I made music. Like, it's been so long that yesterday I was laying in bed looking at the ceiling thinking, I might not know how to do it anymore, which I realize is silly. Of course, I still know how to make music, but it's just been a long time since I've gone this long without making music. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot today, so wish me luck on that. As far as shows and merch and everything like that, we're all in a standstill right now. I feel like the state of this country in particular keeps getting significantly worse. Oh, that felt good actually. I feel like it was pretty bad at the beginning of the year, and I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna play shows. And then I got a little bit worse with the quarantine, and I was like, I definitely don't know when I'm gonna play shows. And now with like the protests and the police going like freaking bonker hamburger on everybody, now it's like, I can't even think about a show right now, unfortunately. So, as far as like touring and merch and all that stuff, it looks like it's going to be a while. So I do appreciate all of your guys' patience and your consistency in the stream, because right now this is kind of all that I have to offer you guys as far as like new content, like engaging things, because even Quarantunes has, taken a hit. So, I apologize to everybody for that, and I thank you again for all of the patience. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. Thank you a lot. Wow. There's 225s. There's 225s. I'm going to hopefully make something good, Lindsay. I'm making. I'm not gonna say, but I'm making something. I hope it goes well, Lindsay. And I. I just hope it goes well. I hope it goes well. I'm surprised that Cyber's 25 is still there. I don't know how long things sit up there. YouTube's so interesting. Like I was saying earlier, says Cyber, I might be fun to do a set on stream if you're up to it, like a set you would do during a show. Now, Cyber. Thanks, Liana. I have my big boy water. Remember? I'm never without a gallon of water, so I will be plenty hydrated. So, Cyber, what you were saying? Is that a bird? It's not a bird. Oh, it's one of those little dancy dudes. It's a pear, I think. Am I shaped like a pear? Anyways, thank you, Maddie. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you. Aww. Yeah, hopefully the music thing goes back to normal. Yeah, you lost me. You lost me. That sticker's so like. Is it wearing a headband, the pear? Is that a lemon? Are they all fruit? Lemon. Somebody earlier in the stream spelled liminality, and it made me chuckle in my head, but not out loud, so I'm giving you that chuckle now. Another big water for yourself. Liana, you have no idea what you've done. At Smart and Final, I can get 6 big boy waters for what you've given me. 6 big boy waters. So, I may be overhydrating. I can only think of Nick Ross saying, I like pears. I don't know who Nick Ross is. Oh, Rick Ross. Rick Ross looks like a pear. Maddie says, Symphonic Leanna coming in. Oh, thank you guys. I do really appreciate that. It's the very end. Yeah, Six Big Boy Waters. I mean, Smart and Finals, it's a bargain. I implore everybody to shop at Smart and Final if you can. I'm not going to get further sidetracked. Please go listen to that new music if you can. If you cannot, well, whatever, right? This song's called Hot Shower. I made this song while I was in Hong Kong, which I miss dearly. Hong Kong was beautiful. More beautiful than LA? I don't know. Different, yes, though. It's wild to me that it can be so different. You look at pictures of a place, right? You look at pictures of Hong Kong. But then you're walking the streets of Hong Kong and you're like, wow. Guys, please travel. If you can afford it, if you can even find some way to travel for cheap but not super comfortably, do the cheap but uncomfortable way. Whatever you can do, just get out of here. Here being wherever you are. Because it does something to your brain. I think it gives your brain extra wrinkles or something like that. I still remember going to the Grand Canyon. Pics didn't do it justice. Indeed, I think a lot of I almost said architecture. A lot of the nature in Arizona is not done justice by pictures. It's like taking a picture of a sunset. It just looks stupid. Shower. It marks the ending of the stream. Lindsay has 10 places that they want to go off the top of their head. When COVID stuff comes down, I'm going everywhere. When COVID stuff comes down, I'm going nowhere. I have a lot of work to do, but when I'm done with all my projects, I would very much like to go on my first ever vacation. I've never been on a vacation. Some of you guys know this, that whenever I go to another country or even another state, it's for business. You know, it's usually for a show. It's for a meeting, it's for, like the stuff that I do for Yamaha, it's always for something. I never just go to a place and exist in that space. And I want to try that, but I don't even know if I like it. I think that being in a place without a purpose might be weird for me. It might, I just don't know. It's hard for me to wrap my head around because I've never done it, so. Thank you for the stream. Omni says, Maddie, back to work. Ooh, capitalism. Indeed. Back to work, Maddie. And it's going to be a minty Monday today, according to Maddie. I have not brushed my teeth yet, so you may be right. I'm going to go get to that right now, I suppose. Do you have any ideas where you want to take your first ever vacation, says Lindsay? I thought about Australia. It's very far. And there's no language barrier. And I know one woman there who owes me a big favor. So she will let me crash at her place and then I can go do whatever I want. Maybe Australia or like New Zealand. Maybe someplace that has a lot of nature stuff, actually. Like if I'm going for vacation, I don't think I want to spend a lot of time in the city. I think I want to like be like, because it's like, you know, when I usually go places for a tour, I can't really go out in nature because I have all my equipment and gear. But if I'm going to be in a place with just like a backpack, might as well freaking get out into the wilds, right? I want to go to France or the UK, says Symphonic Charms. I've been to France. It was nice. I've been to the UK. It was also nice. I think I enjoyed my time in the UK a little bit more because I was smarter and a little bit older when I went to the UK than I was when I went to France. When I went to France, I was kind of stupid, and I was a teenager, and yeah, I didn't appreciate what I was experiencing. Cities are all basically the same nature, though. It's different, says Ube. Word. That being said, I want to thank everybody for being respectful to me and polite to each other. We made it through another 2.5 hour stream. These things are just getting longer and longer. I apologize, as always. I want to thank everybody that donated. Um, for real. Because there's no extra traffic. There's no traffic. You guys are the traffic. I'm so sorry, guys. What a hefty burden. You guys are the traffic. So I appreciate you guys for that, for real. Thank you. Also, thank you for being polite to each other. That does mean a lot. Symphonic, haven't seen you in here before, but everybody was very nice to Symphonic. I appreciate you, Symphonic, for being nice to everybody in kind. There's a new person, we never know. We never know, do we? But yeah, they always seem to be pretty nice. It's hard to respond with good vibes with bad vibes. So I appreciate you, Symphonic, for contributing to a positive space and a good, easy morning for everyone. I will see you guys here tomorrow morning for stream number 153. Really quickly, though, 152. No, I have no reference to make there. I guess there's like a whole DC 52 thing, but I'm not going to make that because it's a comic book thing. Guys, I did get a new adapter over the weekend, and I feel like the internet on my desktop might be hidden a little bit different now. So I'm actually going to try to do an OBS stream. Not now, not yet, but I'm just saying that was one of my biggest hindrances for the OBS stream. For those of you guys that don't know what the OBS stream was, for my live stream, when I'm making music, I was planning on doing a thing where it's more like it's capturing my screen. I have a mic and everything, so you guys aren't hearing like the landscapers outside and all that, and you guys can more clearly see what's happening on the screen, on my computer screen. For those of you guys that just wanted like maybe a tutorial, maybe you use a DAW, or maybe you just don't use a DAW, but you want to see what I'm doing. I want to have a stream kind of like that. You haven't been using OBS, says Alex? No. For this? No, I'm using a cell phone. I'm using a cell phone, Alex. I've been streaming, like, when I... This is a phone. Yeah, no, it's not OBS. But anyways, for the next production stream, hopefully it works. Hopefully the OBS thing works. The only thing that I'm missing right now is a mic. I do want to have, and I might just like grab a mic. I've been thinking like I'm not made of money, obviously. You guys know this, but I thought maybe if I bought a cheap mic just so that I can quickly get to the OBS stream, that could be good. Or I'm like, maybe I should take some time and save up for a better mic so that I'm not going to have to replace it in the near future. I don't know. This is what's going through my head, just like letting you guys know where I am on that. But I do feel like the internet's better in here. If it's not, Best Buy owes me money. Only honking ideas at Geese, says Maddie. Interesting. Yeah, I don't honk either, Maddie. I'm one of the people that will sit behind a car that won't budge, and I'll just kind of like complain in my head, or maybe out loud to myself, be like, come on, man, let's go, let's go. But I don't like honking at people. It feels really aggressive. I guess quality of content shines through more, says Alex. I'm actually surprised you thought that I was using OBS this entire time for the stream. I think the stream probably sounds like trash, so the fact that anybody actually comes in here is impressive and flattering to me, because I feel like the stream probably sounds like garbage to this you know, this cell phone mic. So that being said, guys, my tummy is rumbling, so I'm gonna go put something in it. Oh, I should work out though. I didn't work out before the stream. I'm gonna go put something in it. It sounds really good considering everything, says Cypher, who uses headphones. Oh. Thank you, Symphonic. I will. Bye, Umbe. Oh, wow. What glasses are those, says Mr. Chow, who I've never seen say anything in the stream ever? Mr. Chow, huh? Hold on, Mr. Chow. I got something for you. I got a piece of information for you. Mr. Chow, have you ever heard of Kazal? It's a trick question, but answer it. Have you heard of Kazal? Is that a leg? Alex, what are you doing? Alex, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sorry, guys. Alex, they got blocked or something, but Alex posted a leg in the stream. In the chat. I don't know why. It's a mystery. Anyway, Mr. Chow, these are mock Kazals. Kazal makes a very, very expensive, large glasses frame. Kazals can be seen in several movies being worn by several celebrities. I'm not going to go over the movies and the celebrities. You can do that homework on your own. But these ones are not Kazals. They're called Elliots. And they're made by a local guy. A local guy that like lives actually like 15 minutes away from me. And they're like a mock Kazal. They have like a very similar Kazal frame. Just like big, really thick and sturdy. And yeah, I know him. He's a really nice guy. And I guess if you live in LA, you can also have these glasses. I don't see why anybody but me would enjoy these though. I just like really big glasses. So anyways, that's the answer to your question, Mr. Chow. And I have two of them because they look fancy, says Alex. I don't know if they're fancy, but I can say that they were not cheap. But I mean, they're glasses, so really what glasses that are worth anything are cheap. Yes. How do you spell it? Kazal? C-A-Z-A-L. These aren't Kazals, though. These are like mock Kazals. How do you spell these ones? Actually, just go to oldfocals.com. Oldfocal.com. Maybe they have them there. I don't know. I've never gone to their online store, but I know they have them in person. Okay, they look fancy and expensive, says Alex. Yeah, they were expensive. They were expensive. They were expensive. I want to say, though, guys, you guys got me on another tangent. Anyways, I want to say, guys, I don't buy new things very often. So usually what I'll do is I'll wear something or use something until it's absolutely beyond repair. And that helps me justify spending a lot on the next thing. Because I feel like most people will wear glasses maybe for 5 years. I could actually be wrong even on that. My last pair of glasses, which are still up in my closet actually, these I wore for 8 years. And as you can see, they're very dirty. They're the ear guards. You can see the ear guards are completely bent. They would slide off my face all the time. They've been broken and fixed, broken and fixed, broken and mended, broken and fixed. I got new ear supports for them. They're like the fixer-upper of glasses, and I used them for 8 years. So when it came time to buy a new pair of glasses, which were these, which were like, I want to say $250, I just saved up. I saved up money and bought them because I was like, you know what? I probably might not buy another pair of glasses for, I don't know, another 8 years, knowing me. So might as well go for it. $250 was a lot for me to spend on glasses. Okay, again, thank you everybody for being respectful and polite to each other. I appreciate you all. I'll see you here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for Morning Medley number 153. In the meantime, everybody please have a good Monday. I will.